What's going on, y'all? We want to talk about the situation that happened in 2819. Um, we may not agree with how she went about it in a sense, but we know she's not wrong. God has been moving on our hearts and getting us to make videos constantly talking about the idolatry that's taking place in 2819, the idolizing of Philip Anthony Mitchell, and majority of you attacked us and told us keep our lips off of him because he's anointed and we don't know anointing and whatever the case may be. A lot of you just responded from offense instead of actually taking these things back to God and seeing if they were true. It's funny how the people who stand up and say something, you guys like to label them as crazy or anything else like that. Just anything to discredit that person. And that's exactly what you're doing to this young lady. Because she wasn't wrong. There's tons of idolatry that takes place at that church and at that church alone.
Like he said, we may not agree with what or how she went about it. We're not saying that she's wrong or out of order, because you can go read the Bible for yourself and see if she's out of order. But the main message is there's so much idolization that is happening in 2019, and a lot of people are so distracted by how the message was delivered that they completely write off the message completely. And I also wanted to talk about the man that was on stage. His response was highly inappropriate. Talking about he's from the West Side or whatever he said, acting like he's showing a gun. Very inappropriate. I don't know.
And most of y'all in y'all ignorance, y'all think that is okay and cool for a pastor to talk like that. When really and truly it shows the immaturity and the ignorance. At him as a man of God, as a shepherd, there's things that the sheep should not see a shepherd do. And the fact that he felt as comfortable as such to do such a thing, it shows you the idolatry that takes place, because nobody should be okay with that. And even just from a carnal sense, the young lady didn't say or do anything disrespectful, if you want to say that. She was just crying out on the behalf of the church and calling out what is actually taking place. And for him to go as far as to lifting up his shirt and just doing all these theatrics, most definitely uncalled for as a man of God and as a man in general. It's uncalled for. Paul talks about putting those childish things behind him and not continue to act in such a manner. Once saved, you shouldn't be reverting back so willingly, because that was very willing.
So quickly.
It's like
second nature.
It was a shift. Like he really just went back to whatever that was. And that shows that he's unhealed in himself. And you may say I'm reaching. Nobody should be able to